A military is primarily required to protect a nation from its enemies. Throughout history, countries and empires have grown not just through technological and cultural advancements, but mostly through military might. When we know the dangers facing the world, it's no surprise that countries continue to spend most of their budget on defense reinforcements. Did you know that in 2019, $1.9 billion were spent on militaries on a global level? The top 10 most powerful militaries in the world can cause absolute chaos and destruction. The militaries are ranked by a power index from Global Firepower. An index of 0 is the highest rank. The ranking is based on each nation's potential war-making capability across land, sea, and air fought by conventional means. The values are related to manpower, equipment, natural resources, finances, and geography. Before we continue, make sure you click on the subscribe button with the bell notification. It's free and you'll never miss a notification for a new Trending Tenz video. Let's get started on the top 10 most powerful militaries in the world. Number 10, Brazil. Brazil is the first on the top 10 most powerful militaries in the world with a power index rating of 0.1988. The Brazilian Armed Forces has 1.7 million military personnel, 706 aircrafts, 43 fighter aircrafts, 440 combat tanks, and 110 naval assets. Brazil is constantly expanding their forces as they have a total population of 208 million. Their yearly defense budget is $29 billion. Number 9, Egypt. Egypt has moved up 3 ranks to become 9th out of 138 countries on this list. They have dominated the Middle East in terms of military strength. Having a population of 99.4 million, Egypt has 920,000 military personnel, which makes quite a standing army. They have 1,100 aircrafts, 211 fighter aircrafts, 2,200 combat tanks, and 320 naval assets, forming the biggest contingent of all Allied troops to be deployed in Operation Desert Storm. Egypt holds a power rating of 0.187 and has a budget of $4.4 billion yearly. Number 8, the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom was once well known for its size under the name of the British Empire. For hundreds of years, it had colonized territories all over the world. As of today, its military ranking still lands them a spot in the top 10. It has a population of 66.5 million people, and they have 233,000 military personnel, 811 aircrafts, 130 fighter aircrafts, 331 combat tanks, and 76 naval assets, which gives them a power index rating of 0.1717. They spend about $48 billion per year. Number 7, France. When people think of France, they think of the romantic Paris and of the Eiffel Tower. Yet France is one of the best military power countries in the world. France remains a top-level military power with the internal capability to develop and produce any solution it requires. They have a population of 67 million, and their yearly defense budget is about $41 billion. With a power index rating of 0.1702, it has 388,000 military personnel, 1,200 aircrafts, 273 fighter aircrafts, 406 combat tanks, and 118 naval assets. With a population of 51.6 million, the South Korean military has 5.8 million military personnel, which is considered a very large military force. Under the ever-present threat of its unpredictable northern neighbor, South Korea manages a large and powerful military force as they are constantly working with advanced weapons and technologies. South Korea has 1,600 aircrafts, 400 fighter aircrafts, 2,650 combat tanks, and 170 naval vessels. They have spent more than $40 billion each year to support their military. Due to its democratic system, opposed to North Korea in the same peninsula, critical issues continue to urge South Korea to strengthen its military power. Thus, South Korea's power index rating is 0.1509. Number 5. Japan. A little ahead of South Korea, the Japanese military has a power index rating of 0.1501. Japan is not only known for its technology, but also its use of the most advanced military firepower. Japan has a population of 126.5 million, and its population is seen to be growing older and older. They have 303,000 military personnel, 1,500 aircrafts, 300 fighter aircrafts, 1,000 combat tanks, and 131 naval assets. Their total defense budget is around $47 billion. Number 4. India. Holding a power index rating of 0.0953, the Indian Army is 4th on this list. India has been engaged in a prolonged territorial conflict with nearby Pakistan over the Kashmir region and has an estimated population of 1.3 billion. The population certainly works in their favor. Although a developing nation, India set aside $55 billion as a defense budget to have 3.5 military personnel, 2,100 aircrafts, 520 fighter aircrafts, 4,200 combat tanks, and 295 naval assets. The mighty Indian military is one of the top 5 powers in the world, though growing civilian unrest is shifting the focus within. Number 3. China. As one of the most powerful civilizations in the world, China manages to rank 3rd in a short period of time. 70 years from its independence, China has become the most populous and the 2nd biggest territory in the world. With a massive population of 1.4 billion, China has spent $224 billion on their military, building it up to include 2.7 military personnel, 3,200 aircrafts, 1,200 fighter aircrafts, 13,000 combat tanks, and 714 naval assets. With all these details, their power index rating is 0.0673. Number 2. Russia. The world's largest country, Russia, is the 2nd most powerful military in the world. Dominating both Europe and Asia, its population is 142 million. The Russian military continues to make strides towards modernization, and in the field experience in Syria has helped. They have spent $61.4 billion on their military to become one of the most powerful countries in the world. It has an estimate of 3.6 million military personnel, 4,000 aircrafts, 870 fighter aircrafts, 22,000 combat tanks, and 352 naval assets, giving them a power rating of 0.0681. Number 1. The United States of America. Finally, the United States of America has the most powerful military in the world. With a small population of 327.2 million, it has approximately 2.1 million military personnel, 13,400 aircrafts, 2,360 fighter aircrafts, 6,300 combat tanks, and 415 naval assets. It is estimated that the United States has spent $716 billion each year on their military. More importantly, the USA has one of the largest firepower supplies in the world. It has a power index score of 0.0606, which is almost a perfect score. The United States retains its top spot as the undisputed military power in the world, both numerically and technologically. That's the end of our Top 10 weekly video. We hope you enjoyed it. Which one is your favorite army? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for the latest video notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next top 10 video of all kinds.